is its first gay marriage, and in sport, West Indies preparing to face Afghanistan in the first of 3 2020 internationals. I'm Dawn Paris, and this is the Caribbean in 10 for Friday, June 2nd. I'll be back with the details after the break.
The Sajiko Cahill School of Business and Management invites you to attend Navigating a Path to Growth, a risk and competitive intelligence conference at Hilton Barbados Resort on June 26th and 27th, 2017. Speakers include Global Strategy and Risk expert Dr. Andrea Shutter, Regional PwC Risk Assurance Leader Bruce Scott, Miss Lisa Padmore, Dr. Delisle Worrell, Mr. Ian D'Souza, Professor Patrick Hossain, Professor Gillian Marcel, and many others. For more information, call 246-424-7731 or visit www.uwichsb.org. Secure your space today.
Bermuda has recorded its first gay marriage just shy of a month after a judge ruled that such unions are allowed in the country. News of the wedding broke yesterday during a Supreme Court hearing involving attorneys for the couple that won the landmark ruling last month. Gary Moreno of ZBM News has more.
It was during a hearing scheduled to determine costs against preserved marriage and third-party contributors to the former charity that Supreme Court Justice Charles Etta Simmons inquired whether any same-sex marriages had taken place since a historic ruling on the 5th of May this year. All counsel appearing during today's hearing answered in the affirmative, indicating that one marriage had so far taken place. ZBM News understands it was carried out by Acting Registrar General Denise Carey, as Registrar General Aubrey Penniman is off island. It is understood some 20 or so friends and relatives of the two women whose banns were posted last month were on hand for the civil ceremony, which was described as having taken place without much fanfare. Bermudian Julia Salters and Judith Idu of Maryland in the United States posted their bans shortly after the same-sex ruling was handed down last month.
The Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago last night passed a motion of no confidence in Chief Justice Ivor Archie in a move that could have further ramifications for the judiciary. Archie, who became the youngest Chief Justice in the Twin Island Republic after he was appointed in January 2008, had come under criticism following the controversy over the appointment and subsequent resignation of former Chief Magistrate Marcia Ayers Caesar to the High Court earlier this year. The Law Association's president, Douglas Mendez, told reporters that while the vote was merely the legal fraternity expressing its opinion on the issue, the motions did not constitute impeachment proceedings against the Chief Justice that can only be initiated by the Prime Minister. But Senior Counsel Martin Daly told reporters following the historic vote that he expected Archie and other members of the Judicial and Legal Services Commission to do the honorable thing and immediately resign. He said, quote, "If people lose confidence in you, it does not mean that you have committed a constitutional wrong, but rather that you have conducted yourself in such a way that you've destroyed people's confidence in you and you cannot continue to preside," end quote. Opposition legislator Gerald Ramdeen, who had been at the forefront of the criticism of the Chief Justice and the Judicial and Legal Services Commission, said he was pleased with the outcome. And still in Trinidad and Tobago, government is in the process of appealing a decision in the High Court against its property tax rollout. High Court Judge Frank C. Prasad ruled yesterday that the Commissioner of Valuations could not accept valuation forms from citizens even on a voluntary basis. Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Stuart Young, says the government's lawyers are filing the notices of appeal and those should be out shortly.
As a government, we will continue to do what we can to implement the law, but at this stage, because of what has transpired in the court system, we will await the outcome of what the Court of Appeal has to say, and we hope that will happen very shortly.
Stay with us. Your midday sport is next.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? Hey! Saint Kitts! Are you ready? Yeah! Saint Kitts on Nevis, Wagwan! Hey! you ready for some rockers music?
Another song for the people. Heritage of blessed its people.
Now, in our lead story this week, representatives of the Ministry of National Security met with representatives of the Tobago House of Assembly to discuss issues impacting security both in Tobago and Trinidad. We have the details in this report.
Officials of the Tobago House of Assembly, the Ministry of National Security, and various heads of security met in Tobago recently to discuss issues impacting Tobago's security.
Welcome back. West Indies will be seeking to impose their superiority on Minnows, Afghanistan, and rekindle their winning touch when they meet the side in the first of 3 2020 internationals starting tonight in Basseterre. The side boasts a strong squad for the series, with some of the world's leading T20 specialists in batsmen Kieron Pollard, Lendl Simmons and Marlon Samuels, along with spinners Sunil Narine and Samuel Badri, all involved. Captain Carlos Brathwaite said yesterday, even though they were not taking the Afghans for granted, they're confident of imposing themselves on the series.
We need to get back on the winning track. We pride ourselves in our T20 cricket, and as usual, we want to go out there and give the fans a spectacle, play that Caribbean way, playing that exciting way to get fans off the seat. So you know it's important. We're not underestimating Afghanistan. They're actually the only team to beat us in the recent World Cup triumph. So they were the only team to beat us in the recent World T20 win. So you know, we're not underestimating them, but focusing on ourselves. We want to you know, get back to the winning ways that we know we're capable of, and individually, you know, a lot of guys have stuff to prove. Invest in these colours and ensure everyone is rearing and ready to go.
Well, since their triumph at the T20 World Cup in India last year, the West Indies have declined steadily. Brathwaite blames the slide on poor batting, and he's aiming for an about turn in this series.
We definitely spoke about our batting, building partnerships. I don't think we did that well enough in the Pakistan series. The one game that we did put up a good batting performance, we came out trumps. So that's something we definitely spoke about. With regards to the bowling, I think we ticked all our boxes in the Pakistan series. However, we think we can improve on fielding, and we pride ourselves as an energetic fielding team. You know, making stops and turning half chances into chances and breaking crucial partnerships. That's something we want to improve on going into the series. And I know once we play our best cricket, the fans will be happy. And eventually, obviously, if we play our best cricket, we should also win. And the aim of the series is to come out on top.
And that's the Caribbean in 10. Join us this evening at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.